Hello, I'm Patricia, and I help people with ascension, soulmates, twin flames, and love. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. I have a membership group where we meet once a month minimum, if not more, during certain energy events. In today's video, I want to talk to you a little bit in depth about Mercury retrograde. And actually, right now, there are 7 heavy energies that still have an influence. We have the influence of several masculine essenced planetary retrogrades. These have a lot to do with structure. So there's Saturn, there's Jupiter. This Mercury one, though, I'm going to tell you this. There is a split with people. So I'm going to describe it like this. If you were to take groups of people and maybe some are further along and they have ascended, they're here and other people are here. Now, this is becoming glaringly obvious at places like workplaces, within families, within really old, stale, and tired relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, long-term marriages. You're just not having a meeting of the minds. You may be aware of Mercury, but when it comes to things that people say about Mercury retrogrades, where they say don't sign contracts, don't make appointments, people that have moved along, there's a thing for you to know. More is expected of you. And I will say this, it's up to you to mind your P's and Q's. It's up to you to work on your bedside manner. It's up to you to cut some slack to people who are beginning to go through this. That is part of the difference because it will be people around you. What about the people around you? It's not going to help to be all spiritually righteous and be like, well, they were attacking me. You got to take this up a notch, time to up level. There's no sense in talking baloney about up leveling if you're not going to actually do it. Up leveling means that you're taking the high road and that you yourself are understanding that there's things behind the scenes that you may not be able to see or sense. You can see or sense them if you engage your light body, and you will get not only flashes of insights, you will get some resolution. Now, what if it is a long-term relationship, like a marriage? It's breakup time. What are you going to do? Are you going to re-up like you're joining the military? You're going to see this publicly. In fact, it's very public with a very high-profile couple right now. And they seem to have re-upped in their marriage, and it's a little bit weird from the outside. But inside, they have some things that are going on that are very, very primal. This energy is about the primal part of yourself, what you need. And what you need, that goes to your basic primal instincts. Do you need support? Do you need shelter? How would you get out of it? How to create this future that you sense is new, and yet it's scaring the crap out of you. Okay? I'm here to take the fears out of this. And there's other energetics at work to help not make this so scary. Okay? You have Saturn, which is about sensibility and responsibilities. You have Jupiter, which is about optimism. You have Chiron, which Chiron is not necessarily a planet, but it is an orbit around another planet. It is widely known as a healing center. In other words, it has healing energy. It's named for Chiron, the healer. But this is a healing influence. What are deep things that you may need to heal and alleviate and move along with? This retrograde is about codependencies big time. And you may not recognize it, okay? You may have been doing the work, but what about the others, okay? Are they about to do some work? Are they pushing off? Are you saying goodbye? There is a heavy influence right now with this. And it's really throwing some people off. They're finding out like, hey, I don't want to do this job, or I did some kind of a knee-jerk thing, I overreacted, and I kind of regret it. You may be feeling that you regret being married. You regret your 20s. You regret ever picking up alcohol. You may regret gambling some money away. You may regret not buying a house when you could have bought a house and now housing prices have gone up. You may regret hanging on. Now, there's something I need to teach you about this. And by the way, I'm going to post a link there because someone watched a video I did in 2017 where I talk about twin flame and no regrets. I actually sang the song by Edith Piaf, and I think it was very good. Someone wrote me something that said, this is very good for this energy, and I went back and looked at it, and oddly, there were 2 major hurricanes. Look, we've got a lot of people who've been displaced worldwide, not just in the United States. There's displacement of people. There's a scurrying and a worrying about shelter and proper housing. And that's not just homeless people. This is people who've been displaced by storms and disruptions, real disruptions, political upheavals, economics. And when you bring that down to the physical level, what does that pervasive energy feel like? It feels like I need security. Well, how are you finding that security? Do you find yourself reaching for a man, wishing for a man? Do you find yourself reaching for a woman? Is it just any woman? Is it just any man? And by the way, your sleep will be disrupted. Your dreams will be weird. You are forced to acknowledge this ascension because you can't go up if you're carrying all kinds of heavy things with you. That's the weirdest part, is it's really hard to sift and sort. You have an entire network of soulmates that you've been networked with, or matrixed with, or tied up with, or those ties that bind, or trauma bonding with them. That's not passion, okay? Passion is what people seek. Their spirit is what people seek. I am happy to say I have the modality that helps you with this. Now, what are the symptoms that you can feel with some of this? First of all, it's several things all at once. It's like someone handed you a bucket during Mercury's retrograde, and we're going to get this going a week ahead of time and just be like, okay, here. This is all some emotional garbage. This is stuff tied to your organs, because your organs come into play. This is stuff tied to your head. It's beliefs and thoughts and what you've been told and what you even believe this thing is. It's old injuries. You need a secondary healing. Even if you've done some healing, you may not be done because these things go in cycles. And it is several of those aspects. It's physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's metaphysical, and it's all of the above to get you to where you need to be. If all you're doing is whipping out a deck of cards, that is not going to give you the answers. But I have answers, I have actions, and I have activations. I'm part of the AAA. And I'm here to be the Ace of Cups that fills your cup with love. So that is one of my specialties, is helping people get the merges that they need and really experience and get out of being where they're at and get into the future that they need. It's an uncreated future. It's like when you're a baby and you're like, you know that you're going to be X feet tall and you have these color eyes and you're going to have, you know, like straight hair or curly hair, and you know certain things, but there's all kinds of other potentials in you that have to be realized through direct experience. You can't get everything through the mind. You just can't. And I'm sorry to say this, Some of you really need a kiss and a hug and a good buffing and polishing. So if you want to join me for what is actually the newest thing under the sun, as far as I can tell, I am the only one that has a modality, my trademark modality, to get you to the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th dimensional connections that you need to support your life. Join me this coming up time. The links are below in my group. If you're going through a breakup, let's make that easy for you. If you're confused as to why you can't get along and you're trying through talking it out and conversations and gratitude lists, sorry, at some point, gratitude just will not take you to that next level. Gratitude gets you places. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about expressing gratitude. I actually have been very grateful to all of the people worldwide that I've been gracious enough to meet through 15 years of working with people. That's a lot of people. I didn't always do this either. I have been a person who has gotten the money for people to buy the houses. You learn a lot about people, not only about their relationship to money and how human nature is, but about how people's dreams are. And I was a very instrumental part of making a lot of dreams come true. Getting people the house or the housing that they wanted for their family, their second house for their vacation, their restructure of debt so that they could breathe. And when you get people money, you're doing pretty good. I'm here to help people get health and healthy and love. When you're healthy, you could work 3 jobs. You could build a business. And when you're in love, you can move mountains and gain the universe. So thanks so much for watching. Please check the links below. We go into so much more depth in the classes and the groups. I invite questions. Please let me know. Check me out at twinflamesmerge.com or email me at twinflamesmerge@gmail.com. Thank you for supporting me. If my videos help you, please help me with something of a donation if you don't join, because it is a lot to keep everything going. And those are some of the things that actually show value. Okay? And I very much hope you have a good day. Don't let this retrograde stuff scare you. Don't let the energy scare you. Don't let it get you discouraged. If nothing else, come and join so you get the perspective on what this really is and how to use these energies for your own benefit, because that's what it's about. It's about riding the waves. Be the dimensional dancer, because you're not crazy. Bye now.